Hi everybody, Dr. Jen here. Today I wanted to go back over a concept we talked about a lot last year because I think it's so important at the start of the school year. And I know a lot of kids are setting the tone for the whole year right now, whether they like school or don't, whether they're confident in their abilities or whether they feel like school is somewhere where they're sort of set up to fail. And so I want to bring attention to a really interesting thing that our brain does that I think is so important to think about, especially in September. So it's called affective priming, and what it is that when our brain, when we're in a certain mood, so when we're in a positive mood, our brain naturally starts to remember more things that match with that mood. So more positive experiences, we remember more the times that we succeeded rather than the times we failed. And conversely, when we're in a negative mood, our brain starts to match that mood with experiences that created that same mood for us. So failures and setbacks that we've had. And I think this is so important when it comes to kids and school. One of the times I want you to really focus on in September is that little window right before your kids get out of the car or get on the bus or leave your house to walk to school, however they're getting there, trying to set a tone of a positive mood for them. So if that's a time that's crazy and stressful, this really came to mind this morning because our morning this morning was busier than usual, and I don't really feel like I did a great job of this with my own kids this morning. So I wanted to point it out. So if you can take that little bit of time before your kids get out the door to school and help them get into a positive mood. Maybe that's going for a little walk around the block together, listening to something funny, anything that you can think of that your child loves. Maybe telling a couple jokes or just listening to some music. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it puts their brain into that positive mood. When they get to school in that state, they will naturally pull more positive thoughts and memories about school. And when they get to school in that negative mood, their brain is going to do the opposite. So if you want to set your child up for success each day, really focus on that little tiny window right before they go to school and put in some positive primers.